This is the carpet mill you saw the blind lab running on. I took the pulley out so I can show you the frame. It's made out of 2x4s. Pretty simple. The only thing right here that you want to keep in mind is the size of your dog. You want to make sure that it's long enough for him to run on without running out the front or the back. The top up here is made out of thin plywood. You don't need anything real heavy, just that thin plywood is all you need. The axle is a 4-inch PVC pipe. I've got a piece of landscaping timber inside. You can see it doesn't fit exactly in here. It would just spin by itself if you didn't take a couple of screws and put them on the side. And just don't tighten it down too tight or else it'll wind up being out of round. And doesn't have to be real tight, just enough to keep it from spinning freely. This is your bearing. All it is a piece of copper tubing. I found the diameter of the copper tubing and I just tapped it in with a hammer. That way that just slides in and spins freely. Take your pilot hole that you made, just run it in there, and that way you can find the center easily and hammer it in. The only thing with this that you got to keep in mind, you can see where I experimented with the height of it. You want to have this top leading edge of your pulley above the edge of this running board, or else you'll wind up catching it and it'll slow your dog down and create friction. You want it to be able to come over and miss this. The carpet, just find your old piece of carpet, measure out the width and the length. And the way I did it, which this is what took the longest on the whole thing, I got 50-pound test and a fishing line, and threaded it all the way through, all the way down to the bottom. The needle I used, I didn't have anything, so I just found an old spoke off of a bicycle wheel and bent it in a little semicircular hook-like needle, and just used it and just worked it all the way down. And it hasn't come apart, and I don't think you'll have any problems with it as long as your carpet isn't rotten. It'll hold together real good. This frame right here is what holds your leash to your harnessed dog. That's pretty self-explanatory. All it is 45-degree frame with the pipe coming through the top. And I just I'm using nails just to keep it from sliding out. You can, if you want to, drill a hole here, put your little eye hook. That way you can quick release your leash to your dog. The legs, I use cinder blocks, but you can just as easily make some legs for them, just like this, but just have them down here. You want to have the front elevated just a little bit. Depending on how hard you want your dog to work is to how high you elevate it. If you have any questions on anything else, just let me know. I'll try to explain it the best I can.